So, serial killers or psychopaths, what you guys need to understand that not all psychopaths are serial killers, and vice versa. So like, someone cannot be a psychopath and go on a killing spree and kill like 20 people. Still be a serial killer but not a psychopath. As it is, there's psychopaths that will go all their lives and never kill people, never hurt anyone. That's his life. What's a psychopath? Psychopaths are difficult to spot because, well, you guys can read that. I'm just going to say what I think. Because what makes psychopaths most interesting is that they're the perfect predator. Like, you can never spot a psychopath. That's impossible unless they want you to. Like, you're walking in a jungle and there's a cougar. You're not going to notice the cougar until it's too late. Like, it's gonna go like calmly, just observe you and then kill you. That's the same thing as a psychopath. Like, they're really careful. And again, they don't always kill people. They can do whatever to make them, I don't know, interested. Like, they prone to boredom, so they do anything to keep themselves occupied. That's their only goal in life. Like, to enjoy doing stuff that makes them happy. Like, some might kill, some might manipulate people, some might, I don't know, steal candy from store. It differs. You can click the link over here.
This one?
Yeah, that's how you spot a psychopath. Technically, that's how you do it, but that doesn't always work.
Psychopathic behavior can be very tricky to identify. Adapting their personalities to fit their environment is a common trait amongst psychopaths. While no one wants to think they're living with Hannibal Lecter or Ted Bundy, there are some signs to look for that might indicate your friend or neighbor is exhibiting some psychopathic behavior. There's quite a list of character traits to look out for, and some of these on their own may not be signs of a psychopath, but in combination could spell danger. The behaviors include superficial charm, absence of delusions and related irrational thinking patterns, unreliability, regular lies, and high levels of insincerity and lack of remorse or shame. Despite being charming, they also may appear to be cocky and self-centered. Psychopaths can use their charm to manipulate others into doing things they may not want to do. They tend to be really good at it because they believe that what they're doing is fine, or simply don't care that society views their behavior as wrong. Traits include antisocial behavior, poor judgment, and failure to learn from their experiences in life, an inability to love, failure to have goals and objectives, and unresponsiveness in regards to interpersonal relations with colleagues, neighbors, classmates, or people in general. Tied to these behaviors is a high level of impulsiveness, since psychopaths are not necessarily concerned with consequences or hurting others, so they may be viewed as callous, predatory, and selfish. These signs may often appear at a younger age and set the precedent for criminal activity and a socially detached lifestyle. While many of these signs seem like they would make it fairly easy to spot the psychopath, the troublesome aspect of this type of disorder is that it can be difficult to identify. Psychopaths are somewhat like chameleons in the way they adapt their personalities and hide their true personality. They may even lead what seems like an ordinary life with jobs and relationships. However, their life is often like a personal hurricane with sporadic bouts of chaos, rage.
Alright, so that's the thing. Your neighbor could be a psychopath. And you don't even know. You can close that. And you don't even know. Like, most of these people, they go all their lives and no one knows they're psychopaths. Most of them anyways. Like, less than 1% of all population are psychopaths that you know of. There might be more. And that's the thing. They're pretty charming. So they can get you to do stuff that you don't want to. They're pretty manipulative. Like, they use your emotions against yourself because they don't have any. And that's what makes them the perfect predator. They can imitate human emotions. Like, they don't feel it. They don't feel love. They don't feel affection. They don't feel anything. But they can like pretend they do. That's what makes them so special. Here is a psychopathy test if you guys like want to do it online or whatever. Like, I don't know why I put it here. Alright, so we got psychopaths, we got sociopaths, and we got high functioning sociopaths. Psychopaths are the extreme ones, are those that have no remorse, no whatever, not necessarily killers, but like you notice they have no empathy for anyone or whatsoever. And they're born like this. It's some genetic malfunction of the brain. Like sometimes it's the brain wiring that's messed up, or sometimes physiological factors. It varies. The sociopath, on the other hand, they're not like born like this. There's a whole process for someone to become a sociopath. Like they show psychopathic traits, we're gonna talk about later, but they're not psychopaths. They usually suffer some kind of trauma that made them like antisocial or whatever, so they develop these psychopathic traits, but not psychopathy itself. The high functioning sociopaths, these are those people that you see in the news every day, like Donald Trump and I don't know, Michael Jordan. Like they're all high functioning sociopaths. Like they don't care. They'll do whatever to get to the top, and I don't know, like run over anyone who they need to get to the top. Like they're pretty successful. Like they don't kill people, but you'll see like CEOs of rich companies will probably be high functioning sociopaths. Some shared traits between them, like they're prolific liars. They lie really well. Like you're not noticed, and again, you're not like you always believe them. They're really good in lying and pretending to be someone they're not. They have no empathy. If you break your leg, everybody's like, "Oh my God, what happened?" And you'll be like standing in the corner, like, "Are you done with the bitching?" Like, yeah, lack of feelings is no empathy. Early signs of violence. You always see those movies, like the demon movies and whatever, like the kids hurting animals and cats and dogs. That's a sign of psychopathy. Desire for excitement in dangerous situations. That's what I told you about, prone of boredom. They get bored really easily, so they would just do whatever to get excited. So that being stealing a store or hurting anyone or killing anyone, whatever makes them go, it's okay. Because they don't have empathy, they don't have remorse, they don't care for the consequences, so they would just do whatever. No long-term relationships, because they don't have empathy, they don't like anyone, so it's really hard for them. Psychopathy tendencies. These are more like psychopathy, like the extreme of their spectrum. They're really charming, and again, extremely intelligent. They're geniuses. That's what makes them so good. They know what you're expecting from them. They know what they should feel, and they imitate that. Ability to imitate human emotions, arrogance, manipulative, more likely to commit crime.